Hello, leaders. Hello, mentors, dads, coaches, and anyone responding to God's calling to teach boys to be men. Welcome to the Leader Guide for the Manhood Talks. My name is Kris Langham, and I'll be your host here on Manhood Talks. So, what is this? Well, perhaps more than anything, Manhood Talks is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to have some real and deep conversations with your guys about what it means to be a man. And here in Manhood Talks, that conversation will be grounded firmly in the Bible, in what God says about manhood. As a man who's been mentoring boys for more than 20 years, I know exactly what it feels like. I should talk to these boys, but where do I start? I don't just mean the talk, though that's necessary too. I mean all the talks, character, identity, the responsibilities of a grown man. Not a lecture, a conversation. I call them the Manhood Talks. Now, I started these as a youth pastor, leader with my son, and then we added my son-in-law and their buddies. And every Saturday, we got together and opened up the Bible to find what it says about being a man, about identity and character, about maturity and responsibility. As we dug in, we found 4 pillars to man's character: faith, courage, strength, and love. Now, these are not exclusively masculine ideals. Most of the content here is really about what it means to be human, to know that you're made in God's image, and to know that God's image in us was broken, but it's remade in Jesus. All of that applies equally to women, but talking to a young man, we have to start with the foundation before we get to the manly stuff. I should also mention that we will not be tackling issues of gender identity or gender confusion. If that comes up, be compassionate, listen. It's so important, and there will be time for that conversation. But this conversation will focus first on our humanity. We start with foundation. It's also important to clarify what else we won't be doing here. We're not providing an ideal mold for godly masculinity or an image of manliness. In fact, we intend to challenge those notions. The Bible tells us not to conform to an image, but to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. In the Bible, the only image for true manhood is God's image. God calls us to strength that's more than muscle, love that's deeper than feelings, and courage that's braver than doing something stupid to impress your friends. So that means we won't be defining manhood according to social norms or along racial or cultural expectations. That doesn't mean we're hiding from hard topics like race and culture. Those things affect our identity formation. And we have some great bonus content that dives deeper. But we start below our skin and before our culture. How's that going to work? We'll get there. Now, leaders, your part in this is crucial because faith, courage, strength, and love are much more caught than taught. They need to see it. They need to talk about it with men they respect. Becoming a man is a journey of discovery, not just description. Now, don't get me wrong, the teaching is necessary, and that's what we're here for. I've gathered some of the best mentors I know to help you and your boys talk this through. TeDese, Gabriel, Brad, and I are all here to encourage your boys and equip you for the conversations that will guide them on a path to godly manhood. So how's this going to work? Well, the Manhood Talks is a Bible reading plan over 22 days. It begins with a group meeting, followed by 3 weeks of daily audio guides with a group meeting at the end of each week. That's 4 weekly group meetings plus 18 audio guides for the days in between. We call it Daily Time with God and Weekly Time Together. Now, everything you need as a leader, you'll find at manhoodtalks.com. Everything your young men need will be in the Manhood Talks reading plan. They can find that in the Through the Word app and also at the YouVersion Bible app. And you'll follow that reading plan with them so you're all learning and growing together. Every day comes with a question for reflection and discussion. So we want your boys to get a journal to write their answers and tell them to bring those journals to the group meeting so you can talk through those answers together. Now, when I did this plan, we set up a group chat and had the boys text their answers each day. It's a great way to stay connected, or you can use the Together feature on the Through the Word app or Plans with Friends on YouVersion. As for the 4 weekly gatherings, we've got you fully covered. Every meeting includes a 12-minute video for you to watch together with your boys and discussion questions to follow up. Now, if you are a youth pastor, you may want to bring all your boys together for the video, then split into groups to have the conversations. Or if you're just a couple dads or even a mentor meeting one-on-one, that works too. Whatever the group size, we provide a meeting guide and a leader prep video for each meeting with group challenges and helpful guidelines to keep you on track. It's all free on manhoodtalks.com. By the way, everything here is free. So if you're waiting for a paywall or a catch, we don't have one. It's just how we do things at Through the Word. And that's it. Time to get started. Check out your leader guides at manhoodtalks.com and prepare yourself for opportunity. The opportunity to have the conversations you've been waiting to have for a long time. Now is that time, and I'll see you on the Manhood Talks.